Hello everyone, this is Vikas. Welcome back to Legendary Coding with Vikas. So guys, in previous session we have started discussing about the internal architecture of JVM, and today I am going to complete the internal architecture of JVM, guys. So let's start our today's session here. So guys, execution engine is a part of JVM architecture, guys. Okay, and in previous session we have already discussed the class loader and the memory allocated by JVM, guys. So today we are going to discuss execution engine, guys. So execution engine contain two components, guys. Okay, so let me write it contain two components. Let me do like this. So first one is interpreter and second one is, guys, garbage collector. So let me write first one is interpreter and second one is garbage collector. Garbage collector, guys. Okay, so first one is interpreter and second one is garbage collector. So guys, before going to discussing interpreter, I want to say one thing, guys. So as we all know that JVM is platform dependent, guys. Okay, JVM, Java Virtual Machine, is platform dependent. For Linux we need another JVM, and for Windows operating system we need another JVM, guys. So JVM is platform dependent, guys. So the JVM present inside a Linux and the JVM present inside a Windows operating system, are they both are same, guys? No, both are not same. Both are different, guys. Okay. So guys, after successful compilation, a dot class file will be generated, guys. Okay, and that dot class file consists of bytecode instruction, and that bytecode instruction is understandable only by the machines. And in our scenario, that machine is JVM, guys. Okay, so JVM understand that bytecode instruction, guys. Okay, so if the JVM inside a Linux and the JVM inside a Windows operating system both are able to understand the bytecode instruction, so why the JVM is platform dependent, guys? Okay, so I want to say one thing, guys. JVM, the machine, Java virtual machine, not directly understand bytecode instruction, guys. Okay, bytecode instruction is not directly understandable by the JVM. So what happened, guys? The bytecode instruction is converted into a machine language, guys. Okay, that bytecode instruction is converted into a machine language. For example, so guys, if you want to run a Java code in Windows operating system, guys. Okay, so for Windows we have already another JVM. So that bytecode instruction is converted into a machine understandable language, guys. Okay, that bytecode instruction is converted into machine understandable language, guys. Okay, so that part is done by interpreter, guys. So interpreter convert our bytecode instruction into a machine understandable language, guys. So guys, let me write what is interpreter. So guys, what is interpreter, guys? So interpreter converts bytecode instruction, guys. Okay, bytecode instruction into machine understandable language, guys. Okay, so guys, JVM present inside a window understand another machine language, and JVM present inside a Linux understand another machine language, guys. So according to their JVM, that bytecode instruction is converted into their machine understandable language, guys, and that part is done by the interpreter, guys. Now come to garbage collector, guys. So what is garbage collector, guys? Garbage collector is the biggest feature of Java, guys. Okay, garbage collector is one of the biggest feature of Java, guys. Okay, so as you all know that when we are going to try to create an object that takes some memory, guys. Okay, and so guys, let in a program we have used a object, guys. Okay, and after some day we not use that object, guys. So what happened that object, guys? So जैसे कि हमने एक कोड किया, उस कोड पे हमने ऑब्जेक्ट बनाया, गाइस. ठीक है, सो ऐसे ही ऑब्जेक्ट हम बनाते रहेंगे तो क्या होगा, गाइस? हमारा जो स्टैक है वो ओवरफ्लो हो जाएगा, गाइस. ठीक है, तो गार्बेज कलेक्टर क्या करता है, गाइस? ऑन डिफरेंस और अनयूज्ड ऑब्जेक्ट, गाइस, जिस ऑब्जेक्ट को हम यूज नहीं करते उस ऑब्जेक्ट को क्या करता है, गाइस? गार्बेज कलेक्टर ऑटोमेटिकली क्या करता है, गाइस? डिस्ट्रॉय कर देता है, गाइस. ठीक है, garbage collector destroy unreferenced or unused object, guys. For example, so guys, this is my class and I want to create a method, guys. So let me write my method. Let me create my method, and inside that method I want to print a value, guys. So let me just method one call, guys. So let me write method one call, and now I'm going to create my main method, and inside that main method I want to create an object for session class, guys. So let me write a object equal to new session, guys. Okay, so this is our object, guys. Okay, and with the help of that object I want to call my method one, guys, and I want to create another object of session, and this one is object 2 equal to new session, guys. So this is my object 2, guys. Okay, so मैं क्या किया गाइस, ऑब्जेक्ट बनाया, एक ओबीजे एक ऑब्जेक्ट बनाया और उस ऑब्जेक्ट की मदद से मैंने मेथड 1 को कॉल किया। और यहाँ मैंने और एक ऑब्जेक्ट बनाया ऑब्जेक्ट 2 और उस ऑब्जेक्ट को मैंने कुछ यूज नहीं किया गाइस। ओके, ये ऐसे ही छोड़ दिया गाइस। तो लेट मी रन दिस माय कोड। सो दिस इज माय आउटपुट गाइस। ओके, सो हमने क्या किया गाइस, दो ऑब्जेक्ट बनाया, ओबीजे एंड ओबीजे 2 गाइस। एंड ओबीजे की मदद से हमने क्या किया, मेथड 1 को कॉल किया और ओबीजे 2 को ऐसे ही छोड़ दिया गाइस। तो ये क्या है गाइस, ये हमारे लिए क्या है, अनयूज्ड ऑब्जेक्ट गाइस। ओके, सो गाइस हमने ऑब्जेक्ट बनाया ओबीजे और उस ओबीजे की मदद से हमने मेथड 1 को कॉल किया। उसके बाद लाइन नंबर 11 पर हमने क्या किया गाइस, और एक ऑब्जेक्ट बनाया obj2 पर उसे हमने यूज नहीं किया गाइस। तो दिस इज, आप देख सकते हो गाइस यहाँ जो एरर आ रहा है नीचे आप पढ़ सकते हो, यहाँ द वैल्यू ऑफ द लोकल वेरिएबल obj2 इज नॉट यूज गाइस। ठीक है, तो ये यूज नहीं हो रहा है गाइस। तो ये क्या है, हमारा अनयूज्ड ऑब्जेक्ट है गाइस। सो दिस अनयूज्ड ऑब्जेक्ट और ऑन रेफरेंस ऑब्जेक्ट is destroyed by the garbage collector guys. Garbage collector will automatically destroy this obj2 guys. So this is the biggest feature of Java guys. So let's come to my point. So guys, garbage collector is responsible to destroy the unreferenced or unused object guys. So let me write, garbage collector is used to destroy the unreferenced or unused object guys. Okay, so garbage collector is used to destroy the unreferenced or unused object guys. ठीक है, so guys, what is execution engine guys? Execution engine consists of two components. First one is interpreter and second one is garbage collector guys. So guys, after successful compilation, a dot class file will be generated, and that dot class file consists of bytecode instruction, which is understandable by the machine guys. But machine directly not understand bytecode instruction, that understand their own machine language guys. Okay, so to convert that bytecode instruction into their respective machine language, we need a interpreter guys. So this is the responsibility of interpreter to convert bytecode instruction into machine understandable code guys. Okay, now what is garbage collector guys? Garbage collector is used to destroy the unreferenced or unused object guys. So guys, now I am going to discuss the difference between JVM, JDK and JRE guys. So let's start. Now guys, difference between JVM, JRE and JDK guys. So what is JVM guys? So let me read. JVM stands for Java Virtual Machine, which is resident in our computer guys. Okay, and that is responsible to provide a runtime environment guys. Okay, and that takes dot class file as input and execute that dot class file guys. Okay, so let me read. Now, what is JRE guys? Okay, so let me write JRE. So guys, what is JRE? JRE stand for Java Runtime Environment guys. और ये JRE के अंदर हमारा जो JVM और मशीन होता है वो JRE के अंदर रहता है guys. So JRE consists of Java Virtual Machine plus some class libraries guys. Okay, हमारा जो class का जो libraries होता है जो वो JRE के अंदर रहता है guys. So JRE is equal to, so let me write, JRE equal to JVM plus class libraries to run Java application guys. Okay, so what is JRE? JRE stands for Java Runtime Environment that consists of JVM guys. Okay, JVM and some class libraries guys. Okay, so let me write. So guys, what is JRE? JRE stands for Java Runtime Environment. It is an environment within which all JVM runs guys. Okay, or JVM run inside JRE, and JRE consists of some class libraries that is used to execute our Java application guys. Now come to JDK guys. So let me write. So guys, what is JDK? JDK stands for Java Development Kit guys. Okay, for example, inside JRE or JVM is exist guys. Like that, inside our JDK or JRE is exist guys. So JDK is equal to, so let me write, JDK is equal to JRE plus development tool guys. Okay, so guys, what is JDK? JDK stands for Java Development Kit, and inside JDK are JRE and some development tools to develop our Java application. Both are present inside JDK guys. Okay, so let me write what is JDK. So guys, this is the JVM. JVM stands for Java Virtual Machine guys, and this provides a runtime environment to executing our Java bytecode guys. Okay, now what is JRE guys? JARE environment within which our JVM runs, guys, and is JARE consists of some class libraries to execute our program, guys. Okay, now what is JDK, guys? JDK stands for Java Development Kit, and inside JDK we have a JARE and some development tools, guys. For example, compiler and debugger, guys. सो गाइस दैट्स इट फॉर टुडे। आई होप कि वीडियो आपको समझ में आया हो। अगर सेशन समझ में आया हो तो वीडियो को एक लाइक करें, चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें। तो मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट सेशन में गाइस, तब तक के लिए बाय।